In today's video, we're going to discuss a very important concept with the law of attraction, whereas if you don't grasp this concept, you cannot manifest deliberately. If you like today's video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share. Hi, my lovelies. My name is Leigh, and welcome to Personal Development with Leigh, where my goal is to provide you with strategies to help you live a better life. Okay, let me ask you a question, my lovelies. Do you love your life? Are things going well for you? Do you wake up in the morning with a smile on your face? Are you able to manifest things easily? If the answer to those questions were yes, then you wouldn't be watching me, correct? So this is something I can promise you, my lovelies. If you stick with me and you do the work, I promise you things will get better. Because this is not automatic for you, then that means we're going to have to work on it. But that's okay, because repetition is the mother of skill. So, okay, you guessed it. Today is going to be another story time. So I've kind of referred to this story and told it a couple of times in previous videos, but I'm going to go back to it again today and tell it today because it has to do with what I'm talking about today. So before I clearly understood the law of attraction and the way that it works, I used to walk around all the time and just hate life. So I felt like nothing was working for me and nothing was going right. I hated my job and my relationship sucked and I was depressed all the time. And I constantly questioned why I was even here on earth. I've worked at a lot of call center jobs in my life, among other dead-end jobs. And even though I was grateful for those jobs, most of them were dead-end and I felt like I was wasting my life. Even if the jobs weren't dead-end, they weren't for me because I knew that they weren't my life's calling. So I felt lost all the time. And as I got older, I began to get scared because I was afraid that I would never live out my reason for being here in the first place. I was also a big complainer. I would complain about my life to any and everyone who would listen to me. I just want to make a side note and say to those people that I complain to that I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to me. And at the same time, I apologize for the complaints. So let's just say I could not have been a fun person to be around. But what I didn't realize then is how powerful the words are that we use and how much of a vicious cycle I was creating and keeping in place for myself by just complaining about everything all the time. I realize now that all I was doing was re-manifesting everything I hated over and over again because I kept complaining about it. So I just keep on hating my life because it was just the same thing again and again. So what finally broke me out of it was when I quit my job for the last time. That was when I realized that I had better do something to change my life or I was going to keep getting the same thing I was getting all the time. And you know what we call that? We call that insanity. So once I began to make these changes, that was when my life really began to change. So how did I do that, you may be asking? There was a series of steps that I followed. Step number one was I had to be conscious of what comes out of my mouth at all times. Your mouth can either be a source of riches or a deadly weapon. Make your choice. Step number two is change your perspective about everything that you hate and focus on what brings you joy. Be grateful and have an attitude of gratitude for everything in your life. Do what a mother does when she has an ugly baby. Look at it through the eyes of love. Everything is a blessing, even if it doesn't look like one at first glance. Look at it as a blessing and show gratitude. That's all you have to do. And step number three, speak, think, and act about your life the way you want it to be, all the time, every chance you get. Step number four, don't ever say you can't afford it. Always say, when the time is right, I'll buy it, or some variation of that. Find a more positive way to rephrase everything negative that you've been saying. Step number 5. I don't care if you just got some, money's always on the way. So proclaim it. Repeat it over and over again. Shout it from the rooftops. Weave it into your conversations. Speak it into existence. And the last and most important step, you cannot manifest anything out of hate, but more hate. You cannot build on a negative. You cannot move from where you are to something better by hating where you are. You must love where you are in order to move away from it. This is why I tell you to choose things from your present moment that you like or you love and be grateful for those. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot go anywhere if you don't first love where you're at. Loving where you're at and being grateful for it helps you to become in vibrational alignment with that which you seek to manifest. When you hate something, it binds you to it. It's like you spiritually or psychically, it's like you grab onto it when you hate it. You can't get away from it until you love it. And once you love it, you release it. And then that enables you to move on to where it is that you're trying to go. All right, my lovelies. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of the future videos that I post. Please don't forget to put a comment down in the comment box. Like the video if you like the video. And if you have any other ideas about videos that you'd like for me to go ahead and make for you, please put that down in the comment box as well. And as always, I wish you a fantastic day. Thank you. I love you. And namaste.